All right, so I've made over $4.1 million in pipeline with cold email, and in this video I'm going to show you the 12 key elements that I've learned from making 4.1 million in pipeline value. So I've listed all of them here. There are drop downs, so you will have to watch the entire video, and it's important that you learn these things. Now, what I'm not going to give you in this video are fancy copies or personalization or anything like that. It's teaching you how to think and how to actually create emails that books meetings on your own, so you don't have to, scour YouTube hours every day and look for shiny objects like personalization and copywriting templates, etc. I'm going to teach you how to think, and these are the 12 things that has made me successful with cold email. So let's get started. Now, the first one is adapt, and the ultimate goal when writing a cold email is to achieve message market fit. And message market fit essentially means that your cold email copy resonates with your target persona. That's essentially what message market fit is. Now, it's achieved by understanding your target persona and adapting your message accordingly. So you need to adapt to their reading grade, adapt to their formality, adapt to their values, adapt to their beliefs, adapt to their metrics. And here's the thing, like a lot of the times when you describe the problem that you solve, you don't actually want to describe the actual problem. You want to describe the problem that they think they have, which can be two completely different things. So you need to feed into their beliefs and values and write what they want and need. So you need to base every single cold email writing decision on what your market wants and needs, not what you want and need. And the biggest mistake that I see all the time that people make is writing what they think sounds good. And this is completely wrong unless your target persona is yourself, obviously, but typically it's not. So everything you put in your email should be there because it's what your market wants. If not, it shouldn't be there. All right? Have I made myself clear? Perfect. And the second one is easy to do. Your email has to be easy to deal with. Prospects don't read emails, they scan them. So if your email contains buzzwords, pointless paragraphs, fancy words, etc., your email becomes difficult to deal with. And when your email becomes difficult, or in other words, not easy to deal with, they are more likely to ignore it than they are to read it. Because they don't want to sit there and concentrate and focus on your email and trying to understand it. No, if they don't understand it by just looking at it, they are not going to read it at all. So make it easy to deal with. Avoid fancy words, buzzwords, filler sentences, cliches. Make it easy to deal with, all right? And don't copy others. And the reason I'm saying this is that when a stimulus that prompts replies and bookings tends to get copied by others. And if you don't know what a stimulus is, it's essentially anything that you put in your email that causes a response. And when that response is bookings or replies, people tend to copy it essentially. And over time, prospects will notice that this stimulus is frequently linked to spam emails. And as a result, they begin to label every email containing this stimulus as spam. So let me give you an example of this. Quick question. Every time someone sees the subject line, quick question, they believe that it's a spam email. All right? It looks like a general stimulus. It's most of the time a cold email. And the reason this gets, very good open rates till this day is that it prompts curiosity. So it can be a customer. It can be whatever, but they open the email with a mindset that it is a cold email. Right? Guaranteed, I came across, or you don't pay. Hope this email finds you well. LinkedIn, any of these words, these are just examples. But every time someone reads this, they associate it with cold emails and therefore will link it as spam. Right? They will categorize it as spam, you can say. And avoid features. And this is crucial. Do not talk about features. Focus on benefits and outcomes, not features. Convince them that you can deliver, not how you deliver. So let's be clear on the difference between features, benefits, and outcomes. So features are attributes of your product or service, such as Facebook ads, cold email, SEO, personalized videos at scale, CRM. You get the idea. It's attributes of your product or service. And then we have the outcome, and that outcomes are essentially the direct result of implementing features. So more appointments, more opt-ins, higher conversion rate, lower cost per customer. You get the idea. And benefits are the, positive impact the outcomes has on the entire organization. So revenue, profits, and market valuation, essentially. So you want to focus on outcomes and benefits. Do not talk about features, only outcomes and benefits. Crystal clear? Perfect. And then we have leverage curiosity. And a lot of people sort of overlook this, but leverage curiosity. Curiosity creates a gap which can be used as fuel to get your prospects to book a meeting with you. And this gap is actually called a curiosity gap. It's the difference between what someone knows and what they want to know. That gap is fuel to get your prospects to book a meeting with you. So leverage curiosity, be vague, and invite questions. And when you tell someone or your prospects everything about what you do, your service, how it works, you make everything crystal clear, then you eliminate the reason for someone to book a call. Because if you tell me exactly what you do, there is no point of having a meeting except for you to tell me how much you charge. So leverage curiosity to book meetings. All right? Meetings or questions means that they want more information from you. And then you have the advantage. Use that advantage to get them on the meeting. And number 6, you are irrelevant. And this is just, don't talk about yourself. Seriously, don't. Your prospect don't care about when you started your company, why you started it, the name of your company, how many employees you have, what tools you use. They don't care at all. And they never will care. They only care about what you can do for them. Don't make your email about you. Make it about them. And this is just for information, they will care about the above. So these things that I just listed as irrelevant, they will care about them when making a buying decision. But that is far later in the funnel, all right? So when you just want to get their interest, top of funnel, you want to avoid it. Don't talk about anything. Anything about you is irrelevant. It's just waste of space in your email. Number 7, reduce friction. And friction is essentially any obstacles or resistance that hinders a prospect from taking action. Pretty simple. And when someone wants something, but the required action to get it is greater than their desire, it will cause a friction point. So say, for example, I want to know how to add $10,000 a month in monthly recurring revenue. But the required action is to jump on a 30-minute Zoom call with a self-proclaimed agency owner, then I will likely not agree to it. So the required action to get it is greater than my desire to get it. And a friction point is essentially stages of the sales process where the deal gets stalled. So that means a point where people don't enter the next step in your funnel. All right? So here are some examples of high versus low friction. So long copy, high friction. Short copy, low friction. Complex language, simple language. Multiple call to action, a single call to action. A hard call to action or a soft call to action. A open question versus a closed question. These are all things that cause high friction, and these are all things that is low friction. You want to reduce it as much as possible. Now, a note on this one as well is that after you start with the lowest friction possible. Once you see that that is working and you don't have any friction points, then you can increase the friction if you want. But you always start with the lowest friction possible because it's hard to spot friction points by looking at data. Number 8, single path. Your email should lead your prospects to one single action, and that is booking or agreeing to a video. You need to lead your prospects in a single path. Everything else that you include in your email will lead them off the path. It's distractions. So don't link any Facebook groups. Don't link any newsletters. No LinkedIn profile. No opt-in page. No YouTube. A single path and a single action. Then we have number 9, which is SEO, a very overlooked aspect. So before a prospect agrees to a meeting with you, they will research you and your company. You need to make sure that they will find lots of information about you and your company when they Google it. Social proof, reviews, LinkedIn profiles, company pages, websites. You get the idea. So if people search for your company name on Google and can't find your website, they will start to question your legitimacy. So think about it. If you were to hire like a tax attorney, you Google their name and nothing shows up. Would you trust that person? Probably not. So prospects should be able to find information about every name you mention in your email. Make sure that you call them by an SEO friendly name. And when I say every name, I mean clients, your company name, every name you mention, your name. You get the idea. So here's some examples. If I have Gomatic, which is my agency, if I mention Gomatic and I search for that, this is what pops up. Down here is where my website pops up. They will likely not see that. If I, on the other hand, put Gomatic.io as the company name, people search it, here we are at the top. Everything here is about Gomatic. Same thing with Vina, my SaaS. If I search for Vina, I will not find anything, or down here. But if I search for Vina AI, this right here, you will notice that I pop up here. We have my YouTube videos here. Like we have all the information about my SaaS. So make sure that you call them by an SEO friendly name. Make it easy for your prospect to research your company, but also do not lead them to your website. They should be able to research it if they want to, but don't make it easy for them. No links to your websites or LinkedIn or anything. Remember this step as well. But if they search it, they should be able to find information. Number 10, long emails can work. And there's a belief that long cold emails don't work anymore because of like attention spans, etc. That is not true. The problem is that when people write long emails, they tend to add bullshit that doesn't really matter. So when you go in with the mentality that this is going to be a long email, then you tend to add things such as how many employees you have, where you're based, or filler sentences, or unnecessary shit that doesn't really matter. So my point here is that long emails work as long as it's about your prospects and what they want and need, and not about you. So a great example of this is Samar Verma, for example, a Vina customer. He uses long cold emails and mid-length cold emails a lot, and it works really good for him. It's because the email is about the prospects. Every sentence and word in that email is there because his prospects want to read it, right? And 11, lead with proof. And this will become more and more important as we go. So as more and more emails get sent, your prospects' trust in you reduces. So if they receive 50 claims that they can increase their revenue every single day, then the trust that people can achieve that outcome for them reduces, all right? So you need to lead with proof, and proof are case studies, results, reviews, etc. And the thing here is that everyone can make claims, few can back it up. So back it up, lead with proof. And this is getting more and more important in the future. And then number 12, everything can be automated. And don't get limited by complicated workflows. If you have a complicated workflow that you think requires a lot of manual works, don't worry, I'm 110% sure it can be automated. So for example, I have workflows that automatically scrapes every LinkedIn profile that engages with any of my posts on LinkedIn. Even if they like a post from a year ago, it scrapes their LinkedIn profile, scrapes their website, finds their email addresses, creates personalized first lines, and generate personalized videos, and then adds them to Smart Lead or Instantly. That's how complicated or advanced you can go. Now, these workflows aren't easy to build, so I would recommend cutting the, well, hassle there and pain on your end and just hire someone like me to build them for you. Because it takes time, but everything can get automated. So here's examples. Personalized videos. My SaaS Vinna.ai helps you automate that. You can create thousands of personalized videos with a click, completely automatically. You have personalized first lines. You can use a tool like Clay. Research. You can use a tool like Clay or Persona. Scraping, Phantom Buster, scrape LinkedIn engagement, scrape reviews, scrape, whatever you want. Go Google Maps, you get the idea. And workflows where you integrate different platforms. Use Zapier. The bottom line here is that everything can be automated. So if you have a complicated workflow, or you're using VAs for 40 different tasks and all of these steps in your strategy, you can automate it. You just need to look. All right, so that's it. Those are the 12 things that I wanted to list in this video as the key, lessons that I've gotten from adding 4.1 million in pipeline value with cold email. If you want more information, or if you want to work with me more closely and you want recurring coaching calls, resources, etc., you can sign up for my SaaS Vinna.ai. Everyone who signs up get access to my private school community where I show resources on copywriting, templates, shiny objects, and we also have recurring group coaching calls, which are extremely valuable. So you will find a link to that below. And if you want more work with me actually one-on-one, then I also have my agency linked below. Anyways, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll talk to you soon, or maybe, hopefully. Cheers.